jibe Mona tijan boyo jibe Mona boyo mi fefe ta falina mola ta falina mola ta falina mola Altijan boyo jibe Altijan boyo jibe Ngana boyo mi fefe ta falina mola Almay boyo jibe Almay boyo jibe Ngana boyo mi fefe ta falina mola ta falina mola ta falina mola
asalaamaaleykum mbokk yi maa ngi leen di nuyu di leen wax ne yéen a ngi seetaan jamono media and products comme niñ ko baaxoo defee saa su nekk rek xam ngeen ne ñun fépp programme boo xamante ne am na ci biir Gambie rek waaye jamono media and products dañ fay dem indil leen li nga xamante ne mooy programme boobu noonu si seen télé bi ngeen mun koo seetaan ba tax na tey nag maa ngi ñëw fi nga xamante ne mooy Old Yundum ñëw fekkee benn event bu ñoo wax All High School Gala Night muy xew fii ci Madina Sport Complex ci Old Yundum mu nekk event boo xamante ne yaaga na di xappoon ci lu US bi waaye bi mooy at bi mooy force ñu indi ko fi nga xamante ne mooy réewi Gambia pour dooleel ñi nga xamante ne ñooy ndaw ñi nga xamante ne ñooy suñu njiiti ëllëg yi ba tax na event bi nag doomi Gambien si rek ñoo fi nekk te ñoo ko organise te seen propose pour organise ko mooy pour dimbale ndaw yi nga xamante ne ñooy njiitu ëllëg yi waaye duñ fàtte ñi nga xamante ne tamit ñooy victime yi past government bi fi nekkoon ndax xam ngeen ne am na nit yu bëri ñoo xamante ne ñàkkoon nañ seen i properties ñàkkoon nañ seen i waajur ñàkkoon nañ tamit seen i mbokk yi nga xamante ne dañ leen jege lool ba tax na ñu ubbil leen ñoom tamit window bi nga xamante ne dañ leen indil ci li nga xamante mooy event bi ni pour delloo leen njukkal te fàttaliku leen tamit ndax ñooñu nekkuñu ñu nga xamante ne dañ leen war a fàtte am na kenn ki nga xamante ne tamit bind na li nga xamante ne mooy book ñu koy tuddee mischievous mosquito of Banjul mu nekk book boo xamante ne tamit pour xale la ko jagleel ndax dafay dooleel li nga xamante ne mooy jàng bi te dina tax xale tamit ñu gën a concentré gën a xam tamit li nga xamante ne mooy history réew mi ndax dafa am solo torop suñu ndaw yi ñi nga xamante ne ñoom ñooy njiitu subay ñu xam history bi xam jàng tamit li nga xamante ne loolu la fi maam yi bàyyi woon kon loolu lu am solo la ba tax na léegi ni ñuy def mooy dañuy dugg si biir event bi ñu jéem a waxtaan ak kilifa yi nga xamante ne ñoom ñooy njiitu event bi ñu wax ñu event bi kañ la commencé ak naka la ko gars yi starté ak ci lan lañ ci jublu ci li nga xamante ne yan ambition lañ am pour dimbale suñu njiiti ëllëg yi muy ndaw yi nga xamante ne ñu ngay dem school ñu am ak ñoo waxtaan tamit jéem a fàttali ko tamit ñi nga xamante ne ñoo nekk sama gannaaw ni si tableau bi ñu gën a yaatal waxtaan bi ñu dugg si biir
Inje amikaro sinde parara sinde komando sinde rosare sinde fantase amikaro re sama seri baina mate hamaluma ko inje amikaro aiwa 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 ya medina mo terenelo hola lolo utamo wara lolo hola lolo utamo medina mo terenelo hola lolo utamo wara lolo sumale ole ele ole sumale ole sai sai mama sumale ole aiwa aiwa
Thank you very much, Tijan. Tijan was paid to say that, so you can go cast the check now. Thank you very much, everyone. Welcome to our very first homecoming. We're pleased to have you here with us. It's a great honor to be here, and just look at the high table, the people we have here. Education, education, education. Education is the key, and that's why we're here. It is at a time that is very, very crucial, and we need all hands on deck to try to push our education system forward. Gambia is at a crossroads, politically, educationally, economically, you name it. And we need to push our citizens. We need to be vigilant. We need to make sure that our voices are heard in order to hold people accountable so that we can move this country forward. We cannot be lazy. We cannot be standing by and just watching things unfold or unravel, if you will. We need to keep, and we need to be aggressive at that. We are trying to do our quota. We are a registered 501c in the US, and we just registered here as well to try to make sure that the next generation is prepared for what lies ahead. And what lies ahead is hard work. What lies ahead is perseverance. What lies ahead is passion. We have to have all of those in order to excel. And grit is what's needed. Grit is passion. Grit is perseverance. Grit is endurance. And grit is hard work. You can go around Gambia now and just see the chaos. I wish it was organized chaos, but it's not. So we have to start somewhere. So let's try to organize that chaos and see how we can move forward as a country. That's why we are here, and we want to make sure that education moves forward. I wonder what he's thinking right now with the situation going on. It is very, very disheartening to see what's going on. So, but anyways, we're here to try to do our quota, and we want you to help us in that adventure and in that journey. So, but anyways, I welcome you guys, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to give back, and we want you to help us give back. So without further ado, I want to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. James Monday, who's going to be talking about education. And I'm also launching a book tonight, The Mischievous Mosquitoes of Banjul. And I want to do like mischievous, just like that, just like the mosquitoes are. This mission is to try to give back to education, reading in particular. It's not a very Gambian culture to read. We are all victims of that, and we need to change that. We need to make sure that the culture of reading is nurtured, and we need to make sure that the culture of reading flourishes. So, but anyways, without further ado, I would now yield to our keynote speaker, Mr. James Monday.
Thank you, CC, as well. I feel honored and proud to come after you too. So I don't know whether I can live up to expectations. Excuse me, let me put my computer on and get my speech out. So thank you all for this wonderful opportunity to serve as your guest speaker. To know Mr. Mumutundao is to know a brilliant mind. To know Mr. Ndao is to know a man who acquires and applies and shares his knowledge in highly innovative ways through humor, through his writings, through his knack for great labor and leaping and storytelling, and by his character and integrity. To know Mr. Ndao is to know a friend. To know Mr. Ndao is to know a gentleman, a man who loves his country. So the book that we are here to launch is a testimony to all these traits, perfectly coming together to inform, develop, and challenge, first and foremost, the young minds, those of our children and grandchildren for some of us, but not only young minds, but frankly, all of us. I consider myself an avid reader, but seldom, if ever, have I come across a book so simply and beautifully done, with highly profound and broad messages for the widest audience possible, and all in 34 pages that can be read in under 15 minutes. It takes a brilliant mind to achieve this. Through the characters of Amadou, Lamino, Nyancho, Baba, and Joel, Mr. Ndao tells a story that our children can see themselves in, that introduces them to contemporary environmental issues, shows them the value in teamwork, encourages them to be responsible citizens, helps them to develop the culture of reading, while finally, at the same time, keeps young minds engrossed and attentive. Through these same messages, Mr. Ndao draws in a wider audience that is beyond our children and forces a conversation, if nothing else, but hopefully more, to address these issues of safeguarding our environment, addressing the crisis of poverty in our country, and the very poor educational outcomes of our public education system. So please allow me, if you will, as there is no better place than this, the annual coming together of the alumni and alumna of these great schools here present, and to touch on these messages for the different audiences that this book will touch on. You are all doing great things in great places, both here at home and abroad. So I see this event with you as an opportunity to further explore these issues with you further. It is beyond our children. The audience this book should draw in are our urban people, urban residents, and you, our fellow alumni and alumni, and politicians, particularly our mayors, and yes, our president, as is Nyancho, who led the invasion into State House. If you have read the book, you'll understand what I mean. It is Nyancho who goes in and leads the mosquitoes into State House and attacks the guards. So the environmental message in the book is really one for our mayors and local government officials. This book tells us what we already know, that our cities are littered with trash, and we must do a better job at cleaning our cities, towns, and urban areas, be they urban centers or rural areas. This filth that we see all around us, I'm sorry to use that word, but I'm sure you'll agree with me, the burning of plastics in our waste stream has adverse impacts on our health. So we need to have more purposely built waste collection centers that are closer to our residents, where residents within easy reach can suitably deposit their household trash, because now they just take them to the neighbor's compound or to any compound that's available, or just on the street, on the sidewalks, in the drains, as depicted in the book, and to at least have them collected at these centers in a frequent manner. We need to stop open burning of waste at dump sites and to start operating landfills in a sanitary way, and begin to process our waste streams to high-end products. We need to stop the cutting down of our trees and our mangroves. We need to cut down on our use of fossil fuels by introducing mass transit systems and more sustainable ways of energy. We need to remove the dust and other harmful particulates that are in our air that we breathe. This is the future. Let us seize it with optimism and a sense of purpose. We cannot continue our way of doing business as usual. Education is under the message in the book, the biggest message in the book. To our politicians, including our president and all policymakers and shakers, We all saw with absolute horror and quite frankly sadness the last examination results that were recently published. These pathetic results, and that's the only way I can say it, unfortunately, the same last year and many previous years, and sadly will likely be the same, if not worse, in the years to come. This is unacceptable. What these poor results show is that our public school system is churning out, year after year, thousands of children who are leaving school not able to read or write in English and to do maths at the level they should be able to do so when compared with their peers globally or even regionally. This means there is no other way to put it than to say these children are leaving school being functionally illiterate. This means they are not equipped at all with the skills and cognitive requirements that they need to reach their full potential. Our public school system is failing our children. These are our children. This cannot continue. At the World Bank, they have the Human Development Index that puts it this way. A child born in the Gambia just before the pandemic will be 42% as productive when she grows up as she could be if she enjoyed complete education and full health. That's sad, really. Only 42% of their full potential. Expected years at school. There's another statistics. In the Gambia, a child who starts school at age 4 can expect to complete only 9.5 years of school by her 18th birthday. Harmonized test scores, another statistic. Students in the Gambia score 353 on a scale where 625 is the advanced attainment and 3 represents the baseline. On learning adjusted years of school, factoring in what children actually learn, expected years of school is only 5.4 years. Only 5.4 years of learning. No wonder our Gambian poverty rate has climbed to 53.4%. That's after the pandemic. Another statistics. Based on poverty, again, poverty rates of our rural phenomenon. It's a rural phenomenon, right? So 7 out of every 10 person in rural areas is poor, compared to 3 out of every 10 in urban areas. So what does these failures mean in the public system? You can summarize it in 2 ways. We are churning out of our public school system a generation of significant numbers of young people who will be completely not independent and dependent on the rest of us. According to the US government, the youth and dependency rate is 80%. 80%. This is unsustainable. This is a ticking time bomb because these kids that are coming out of school that are functionally illiterate will want what they would want. They would want a cell phone, an iPhone, they will want a car, they'll want to enjoy life, and they won't be able to afford it. How will they be able to do that? That is a question we need to answer. And we're not doing our children well by not helping them achieve their full potential. Another way to look at it is the Gambia cannot develop at all and escape poverty with such a significant high number of our young not participating in the formal economy, because our children have not been equipped with the skills they need. And our economy needs to reach its full potential. We cannot reach our full potential as an economy if we don't have that many people not involved in the formal economy. The country cannot develop with this tragic state of affairs in a public education system. These issues cannot be fixed overnight. They were not caused overnight. It will take a generation or more to fix them. But we have to start now. And it's going to take all of us working together to begin to bend the curve in the right direction. But my belief is the president must lead. So what can we do? Here are my recommendations. The government must declare a national crisis in our public education system. This is critical. The system is in crisis. It needs urgent attention, similar to what would prevail if there was a security or severe national disaster. The president must lead. President Barrow is emotionally intelligent. Sorry, I lost my way. Yeah. So he needs to connect. So he connects very well with the national population. They listen to his every word. So he must use this connection with his people, with our people, to speak in the many languages that he does know and speaks in, of the importance of education, beginning with the importance of developing a reading culture. The emphasis to emphasize the needs for parents to have their children, especially their daughters, must stay in school. They need to avoid early marriages, early pregnancies, which are destructive to them achieving their full potential. When President Barrow speaks like this, it is worth more in value than when 10 NGOs, CSOs, the World Bank, whoever combined, and can speak to our people in terms of the impact it has on our people. So the president needs to seize the opportunity, lead, and never stop talking about it. It's not just him, it's also politicians. They need to address these issues. They cannot just go to the people at time of elections and ask for votes. We owe our people this. We owe it to ourselves. This country cannot develop without everybody being involved in the formal economy. The third thing I would recommend is for the president then to lead the implementation of a plan to fix these systemic problems with yearly indicators that are measurable to monitor the outputs and outcomes. Hold ministers and other public officials accountable for the implementation of the plan. This is key. The president then should report to the country every 6 months of progress made.
Pareta Kokoliliko, Medina FC Pareta. Kokoliliko, Jatol Pareta Kokoliliko, Medina Pareta. Kokoliliko, Jatol Pareta Kokoliliko, Medina FC Pareta. Kokoliliko, Jatol Pareta Kokoliliko, Medina FC Pareta. Kokoliliko, Jatol Pareta Kokoliliko, Medina FC Pareta. Kokoliliko, Emma Pareta Kokoliliko, Medina Jatol Pareta. Kokoliliko, Jatol Pareta Kokoliliko, Medina FC Pareta. Kokoliliko, Jatol Pareta Kokoliliko, Medina Famtol Pareta. Kokoliliko, Jatol Pareta Kokoliliko, Medina Famtol Pareta. Kokoliliko, Jatol Pareta Kokoliliko, Medina FC Pareta. Kokoliliko, Jatol Pareta Kokoliliko, Medina FC Pareta. Badia, Badia, Namolje. Hani Bulamata, Bida Baila. Badia, Badia, Manamolje. Hani Bulamata, Bida Baila. Badia, Badia, Manamolje. Hani Bulamata, Bida Baila. mana molje muta bida baila badia mana emaje hani ambula muta bida baila badia mana sanaje hani ambula muta bida baila badia mana pausoje hani ambula muta bida baila badia mana molje hani ambula muta bida baila badia mana tijanje hani ambula muta bida baila badia mana efoje hani ambula muta bida baila kokoliko jato hani ambula muta bida baila badia o mana molje hani ambula muta bida baila mana molje
which I was assistant editor. And after the interview, I wanted to go to the US. She had just returned. You remember telling me I went to an all-girls high school, remember that? I remember. Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary and iconic Aminata Pal Sonko. And I also want a standing ovation for the best female athlete ever in this country. Stand up, Assistant Superintendent of Police, 200-meter gold medalist, 100-meter silver medalist in the African continent. Ladies and gentlemen, Gina Bass is in the house. There we go. That's how we celebrate. I will tell you, every Gambian in here tonight is so proud of you. And on behalf of a grateful nation and a grateful people, I say thank you for flying our flag all over the world. We are so proud of you, and particularly this all high schools group. And the only thing I want after the gold medal is beat mode now tomorrow for me. If he wins that race, well, we'll send you guys to our DJ. It's kind of, they say it's chilly. Well, for us it's not, but. So we'll get warmed up here while the ladies put the dinner together, and we'll get the lunching going on after some warm up here. And I also want to welcome the mother of Morundao, who is here. Yabo, stand up, it's your night. And we need to celebrate you for bringing up such a great gentleman, and I don't see that lightly. Thank you. So DJ, also today, like New Year, like New Delsi, what fee you like book be? But for you have a very season could I like a feature, and welcome to our complex, ladies and gentlemen. And just to borrow a line from Bill Clinton, let me defend the honor of my academy. Every plastic here was tested in the United States, and it's environmentally friendly. So, welcome to the complex. Just to give you a backdrop, it's going to be a multi-purpose center. That big building you passed coming in is going to be the biggest conference center in the Gambia, holding 8,000 people. There's going to be a mall here. There's going to be a 50-bedroom, 5-star hotel, and a natural stadium being built right now. And we are about to construct a 27-bedroom dormitory for the kids. So we need your support and that of the all high school reunion. Let's get it going. Let's get it done. This is our country. Sadauda said on the eve of independence, and I quote, independence is not the proverbial availability of milk and honey. We must walk as a nation together. And that's what we want to do.
yaa gannaaw bu ñu jógee gis seetaan li nga xamante ne mooy jot a xew fii si biir event bi gis ngeen xale yi ni ñu doon féetee mu nekk loo xamante ne macha allah lu nice la te gis ngeen kilifa yi tamit liñ fi wax tamit fii nga xamante ne mooy kanamu stage bi wax nañ fi lu am solo ma ñëw taxaw ak ki nga xamante ne suñ oncle la si man ñu jéem a waxtaan ak moom jéem koo laajte moom tamit lan moo indi event bii nii ak event bi naka la starté yaa maa ngi leen nuyu.
maa ngi laa fay di la sant.
mun nga ñëw wax noo tudda.
maa ngi tudd Mamadou Ndaw. Banjul la judo, and after 10 years, I moved to Bakau, then fala deka baby ma to US. Fala deka depuis 1989, be legi ma ngi deka US.
Uncle Mona, mun nga ñoo wax event bi ni lan moo ekati event bi tey.
Yeah, event bi nag li ko ekati mooy to try to collaborate parce que high school bu nekk daf daan def their own thing. So we wanted to make sure ne xam nga ñu collaborate parce que mbooloo mooy doole. So in 2018, we come together as group, different high schools. So you decide na daal ñu jéem a booloo daal ndax ñu gën a mun a dimbale dëkk bi. So but ñun liñ focus mooy try to focus on education and dimbale high schools. So why ñu ngi reach out to all the other high schools to come and join us. Su ko defee ñun ñëpp ñu mun a dimbale education here parce que government kenn rek du ko mun a def. We have to help in the education. So noonu lañ ko made together and then start this all high school thing. Atlanta lañ register. Why fi mu nekk register nañ in Gambia as well. So ñu dee def fundraisers to support high schools through their individual alumni that are part of this event.
Mun nga ñëw wax lan moo leen motivate ba ngeen ekati event bu mel nii like union bu mel nii aside am na job yu bari yi nga xamante ne mu ngi si biir dëkk bi mënoon ngeen a ekati beneen waaye da ngeen ñëw ak li nga xamante ne mooy union bi nii pour dimbale ndaw yi so mun ngeen ñëw wax lan moo la motivate pour ngeen ekati union bi.
Yeah, because mbooloo mooy doole so loolu moo ñu motivate so because ñu ko doon def anyway so why not come together and do it together and to be able to make a better impact so loolu moo ñu indi daal ñu ne ok ñu ko doon defee US but then COVID bi ñëw. So for the past 2 years, we don't def dara. Then we're going to def Atlanta to partner with Ajara, my organization in Gambian Bifaneka. Why dal mënutoon a help parce que mu amoon ku gaañu daal so biñ ko doon waaj a def so ñu ne ok xaaral ñu indi ko Gambia parce que fii lu ñoo def yëpp fii lañ ko éenee so ñu ne ok xaaral ñu indi ko Gambia ndax ñu mun koo defee fii nii that way ñu impact bi because fii lañ ko war a defee so ñu ne ok let's bring it to Gambia and that's why we are here this time around.
And this is your first time in the country?
Yes, not my first time.
Okay, the event itself.
Right, the event, yes. Yeah. So this is our first time in the Gambia.
Yeah. So ñaata school moo involved si li nga xamante ne mooy event bi nii tey?
Right now it's Muslim High School, Gambia High School, Nusrat, St. Joseph's and St. Augustine's High School.
Are you guys planning to involve other schools or is it that only?
Yes, most definitely. So we've reached out to Amite, ñoom tam bëgg nañoo bokk waaye dafa fekk mu xalaat tardé pour event bi nii. Why after dinañ leen try to bring it into the group su ko defee ñu reach out to St. Peter's as well yeneen high school si su ko defee ñun ñëpp ñu mun a bokk ndax event bi gën a mag daal.
Macha Allah kaddu yi am na solo mun nga ñëw wax rek comme event bi nii ndax yan difficultés ngeen amoon si US bi ngeen ko doon ekkati parce que xam nañ ne comme ekkati lu mel ni yombut so du ñàkk di ngeen am yenn difficultés yoo xamante ne yéen ko doon jànkuwanteel mun nga ñoo share tuuti rek comme yan difficultés ngeen amoon.
It's easier in the US to do it than here. Parce que for you to register, you just go online, just the documents that you need and register. So I'm for one bad problem. Problem with that, you know, choose to come together. Once you come together and get the documents you need, it's easy. You do everything online and register. So it is harder to register here than to the US. So US, mom, I'm for one bad problem. What
ok kon man loolu daf ma inspire parce que lu mel nii foog naa dafa baax pour xale yi suñu jiiti ëllëgi because ñoom ñoo nekk the leaders of tomorrow so yéen ngeen ekkati lu mel nii loolu chance la pour every young lady or every young man out there pour mu join mu mun a moom tam bokk si li nga xamante ne mooy event bii nii bëgg naa comme nga wax ñu rek tuuti si li nga xamante ne plans yi nga xamante moom ngeen am ahead yan plans ngeen am ahead ndax yéen a ngeen plan something big for the kids or something that is going to lead them to success or something that will make them feel more comfortable in their country.
Right. So, I mean, you fin juplu moy education because education moy lep, right? Nit ki soko joxe education ken mënu ko nangu ci loxom, right? So ñun lolu moy suñ juplu way education because so joxe halal cycle wala moto dapaya way education suñ ko amé it's the ultimate. So ñun lolu dal moy suñ focus because lolu ku ko am rek mo yow la be faw.
man loolu kontaan naa si torop te maa ngi urge tamit schools yi nga xamante ne like high schools yi ñoom tam ñu ñëw try ñu join because bi seen opportunity la te din xam naa ne tamit dina jur leneen ak leneen si kanam waaye dégg naa sànq yaa ngi doon wax ne da nga amee book boo xamante ne da nga ko binda mu tudda The Mischievous Mosquitoes of Banjul moo nekk book bii nii bëgg naa nga wax ñu tuuti rek si affaire book bii nii tamit because gis naa ne book bi pour xale la tamit it's for nursery school and if possible primary schools too yeah so bëgg naa nga wax ñu tuuti rek si affaire book bi tamit
yeah book bi li tax ma binda ko because bi doon naa story bi about 10 years ago why dama ko bëgg a def children's book ndax xale yi mun see jànga because it has to do with the environment because foo dem si dëkk bi mu ngi tilim yoo yaa ngi bari so why ba pare suñ story si dañ ko war a pass down to our kids through books so loolu moo ma gën a inspire pour ma binda book bi nii ndax suñu xale yi mun see gis seen boppa daal because loolu dafa very important when it comes to reading so but it's a very nice story and very well illustrated so ma ne xaraw daal ma def ko daal for the sake of the kids ndax ñu mun see jànga ndax ñun ñëpp ñu mun a settal dëkk bi daal parce que xam nga suñ dooru bi xale yi tuutee suñ demee ba mag dafa tardé so moo tax ma ne xaaral ma start we need to target the kids when they're young so loolu ma inspire
xam nañ ne binda book moom yombut te xam naa ne lii xëj na jël na la weer wala lu ko ëpp sax pour nga binda book bii nii
yeah saka buggi xaleel moo gën a naxari buggi mag parce que xaleel seen attention span bi is very short so story bi dama am pour ñëw bring ko down waaye nag ma dee binda pour xale yi so léegi suma niis moom mu ngi toog fële Safi Jaañ la tudda so ma collaborate ak moom pour mu dimbale ma daal ñu you know bring the story down to the level of the children and she was very helpful in that so and here we are with a book for the Gambian kids to see themselves in.
Is it possible to be distributed in the schools?
Yeah, that's something I would love, and I would, you know, work on that very hard to make sure that it happens. Lolo moy the goal dal pour xalé yi mun ko am ci schools bi parce que reading dama ko bëgg encourage like the culture of reading in our country because ñun biñ nekké xalé kenn duñu da readal so dama bëgg fi mu nekk parents di readal seen xalé yi depuis biñ dawé su ko défé ñoom itam ñu mëna reading nekk part of the culture because man ñun bi ñoo nekk xaleel kenn riidalut ñu waaye man bi ma demee America ma gis ne foofu parents yi dañ dee riidal seen doom yi ma ne bi suma doom yi juddoo ma start di leen riidal so da ngaa gis ne reading becomes a part of your culture and your household.
So if like dama bëggoon a xam tamit ndax da nga set surprise yi already pour ku ko bëgg a am comme waajur yi nga xamante ne ñu ngi seetaan comme xëj na kenn mu soxla ko pour doomam bi so su ko bëggee am naka la koy jotee ak ñaata la ko ban njëg la ko mën a amee.
So book si Excel Good Gambia dama indi just a limited copies waaye by February or beginning of March dina egsi Gambia so dinañ ko jaay at a discount so maybe about roughly $600 or so $10 parce que xam nga fii nit ñi you know seen koom-koom amul doole daal so why it's in February dina available in Timbuktu but right now all I have is lima indini to be sold here. Why Dinafi in Timbuktu, and then hopefully through the Ministry of Education we can negotiate something, then it will be available in the schools as well.
Mashallah kaddu rafet na torop mobile la tamit nga dem waaye balaa ma lay bàyyi bëgg naa comme nga sànni kaddu tuuti rek si xale yi nga xamante ne ñoo nekk si biti te amuñu chance pour dem school wala ñi nga xamante ne dañ drop out te still ñu ngi bëgg a dem school te amuñ ku leen di dimbali pour ñu dem school yow lan nga am pour wax ñooñu noonu wala seen waajur yi.
Right, like because waajur yi dañ war a farlu si seen xale yi parce que man li ma gis Gambia xale yaa ngi wëraalu rek kenn demul school and we're not emphasizing education enough so loolu moo war a change so loolu tax ma binda book bi nii pour suñu xale yi mun a read and they know the importance of education and not just education but also be environmentally conscious ku lekka bul saani na ñëpp clean environment bi daal ndax dëkk bi mun a seet parce que dëkk bi su seetul ñëppay feebar and bug bi tam loolu laa see wax parce que yooyu su ñëwee di maate ñëppay am malaria right so education is the key and xale yi suñ demut school aduna bi is gonna be very very tough for them.
kontaan naa si torop oncle naka la waat sax oncle Mamadou kontaan naa torop te xam naa ne tamit ñu bëri dinañ si bàyyi xel tamit ñu bàyyi la nga dem because xam naa ne you have other things to do so I'm so happy to have this conversation with you yes kooku moo nekkoon oncle Mamadou léegi dañoo try ñu dem seet ñeneen kilifa yi nga xamante ne ñoo nekk si biir ñu jéem a waxtaan ak ñoom tamit ñu wéccoog ñoom xalaat laajte leen ñoom tam naka lañ gisee event bi suñ paree nag ñu continuer ambiance bi ndax xam ngeen ne gis ngeen ne ambiance baa ngi fi so nañ leen try ñu jéem a waxtaan ak gars yi ñoom tamit ñu xool ñoom tamit lan mooy seen xel ak lan mooy seen idea ci li nga xamante ne mooy event bi tey ñu continuer ambiance bi si biir Jamono Media and Products. Jina nuyu naa la.
Fay naa.
noo gisee event bi tey.
It's really good and great.
lan mooy sa teewaay fii tey.
They invite me as a special guest, which I really appreciate.
And how are you seeing the event with the organization?
Well, the organization is really good, but the people didn't show out.
Well, as you can see, the turnout is not that good. And how do you see the event itself? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying, loving it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, are you participating and helping the event, the organization to go forward?
Today, I'm just a guest, but I hope to participate. Yeah.
Looks like you're very shy. Anyways, we are happy to see you here, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Gannaaw bu ñu jógee si Gina Bass maa ngi toog ak ki nga xamante ne mooy yaay oncle Modou ñu waxtaan ak moom yaa booy maa ngi lay nuyu.
maa ngi laa fay.
noo gisee bés bi tey.
xanaa sant yàlla rek sant yàlla bu baax a baax rek.
macha allah
macha allah.
lan nga am pour wax ki nga xamante ne mooy sa doom muy Modou.
Modou de li ma am pour waxal ko bari na yëpp xëju ci wax benn wax bi tey waaye nag xanaa di ko ñaanal moo ñi ma àndal liñ si mën ñu motale ko si sago yàlla nañ ci am ndam ñoom ñëpp ci liñ tublu yàlla defal leen si ndam waaw.
naka nga gisee jotaay bi tey.
alhamdulilah di ci sant yàlla rek xam nga lu bees moom du yombul lu bees yombul waaye alhamdulilah ndax lu ñuy door a commencé la nit ñi xamuñ ko bu baax te bi mu ñëwee yàggul pour nit ñi war a xam li xew yëpp waaye nag ba tey sant yàlla la rek fii la nit ñi jógee xam li xale yi nekkee bitim réew ndax lu baax la ndax leneen la waaw ñu ngi leen a ñaanal rek ñu dem sa kaw sa kanam rek daraja yonent bi de.
macha allah waaye sa green baax na de xanaa bii soo ko simee mën nga koy may.
yaa ko tere neex.
waaye dama xamul ne dina ma jot de parce que man maa la ëpp
doy na waar de.
maa la ëpp yaram de xam naa vax lay jël rek ma yokk ko fa.
ñu teepi ko xanaa ñu teepi ko jël musóor gi mu am na ma laal.
waaye ñu ngi lay jaajëfal bu baax di kontaan si sa teewaay tey ndax xam nañ ne doom bu nekk ñaan nga yàlla nga organise lu mel nii sa yaay mu ñëw teew sa mbokk yëpp teew sa sista yëpp teew ñëpp jàppale la dooleel la tamit loolu dafa neex kon ñu ngi lay wax ne dalal ak jaama te xam naa ne tamit yaa ngay jooy programme bi tamit.
maa ngi koy jooy bu baax a baax maa ngi koy jooy yal na leen yàlla defal jaama yéen tam.
waaw man ñu jàll si.
jaama rek di dem ci jaama rek salaam dëkk bi am jaama ñëpp am jaama daraja yéen tamit ni ñu ñëwee si jaama del fii ci dëkk bi si jaama yal nañ ñibbee si jaama noonu ñoom ñëpp koo xam ne ñëw nga fi di doomi dëkk bi nga ñëw ci holiday bi yal na nga buñee ko si jaama nga àgg sa ñu ba si jaama del siwaat ci jaama fekkaat ci ñoom ñëpp si jaama waaw.
ma jàll si ki nga xamante ne mooy sista bi fii xam naa ne maire bi moom dinaa ko xaw a toog tuuti waaye nag garaawut sista nuyu naa.
man it fay naa la.
mun nga ñëw yaay kan.
may Sira Ndaw waaw.
yow lan nga si ki nga xamante ne mooy oncle.
man rakaam laa waaw.
noo gisee bés bi tey.
xanaa kontaan rek ne programme bi indi nañ ko Gambia finally parce que all high school reunion since 2018 ñu ngi def programme bi America te kontaan na indi nañ ko Gambia fi mu nekk nii parce que fii la yëpp nekk li liggéey bi ñoo def yëpp ak liñ see daw ak liñ see def yëpp pour school si la fii nii Gambia comme ni mu ko waxee pour education te education dafa toll fi mu nekk foo xam ne si réew mi ñun ñëpp xam nañ ne foog loxo yëpp tegu si su la koy yëpp tegu du am du dina doy waar ñu ngi gis suñu nekk jamono gi ñu toll nii ne sit down strike bi ci des yi school si yaa ngi toog loolu yëpp loo xam ne rek système bu break down moo ko waral so ñu kontaan trop ne diaspora bi moom ñoo amee dëkk bi moom suñ dépasse ñoo ko amee kon nag suñ jógee suñu education ñu war a am yaakaar waaw.
bëggoon naa xam ndax yow yaa amee memory house bi nii memory xalifin bii nga nekk si gannaaw.
waaw memory exhibition bi nga gis ni memory house la jógee te memory house fa laa nekk muy organisation bi ko def muy ANACAT African Network Against Extrajudicial Killings and Enforced Disappearances li tax ñu ñëw fi parce que diaspora bi tamit dañ bokk si victimes si te ñu nekk ñoom la ñu war a sensitiser te ñu war a xam stories ñoom tamit am seen stories suñu amee programme ñu yaakaar ne dañ si war a bokk pour ñoom ñu gis stories si victimes si tamit ñu tamit yaakaar ne nañ mun a participate te tamit mu nekk a way of inviting them di leen invite pour ñu ñëw memory house fii temporary exhibition bi lañu fi indi permanent exhibition bi mu ngi Kanifing boori Gamworks fa la nekk ñu yaakaar ne li na nekk lu interesting pour ñoom suñ ko gisee nañ mën a ñëw memory house tamit incha allah.
li nga def nii lu rëy la de parce que bëri na ñi nga xamante ne fàtte woon nañ ñii sax waaye yow nga ñëw ak idea bi nii ñëw fàttaliku ñi nga xamante ne ñoo amoon problème ci jamono yu passé ne le kon li nga def nii ñun dañ lay ndokkeel rek te di ñaan yàlla tamit ñi nga xamante ne ñu ngi soxla justice yàlla may leen ko parce que li yombut nit ku koo xamante ne yàgg na di sofa si gannaaw am benn bés am ku ko fàttaliku pour indil ko li nga xamante ne mooy justice kon loolu ndam la kon ñu ngi laa jaajëfal bu baax a baax di la wax ne tamit kontaan nañ trop yeloo bi moom xam naa ne man maa ko moom loolu moom xam naa ko.
soo paree rek yaa ko yàggal.
dafa mel ni am naa ñaari piis am naa bu maire bi am naa sa bos lii de vax rek laay jënd rek yokk ko fa rek sol.
sa ñu ñetteel ko soo caaxaanee sa ñu ñetteel ko.
maa ngi lay jaajëfal bu baax a baax di la wax ne kontaan naa si yow lii event bii nii yal na continuer ba jur li nga xamante ne luñ foogeewul woon la sax àdduna yëpp xam ko mu nekk loo xamante ne tamit dina dimbale ndaw yi ñoom tam ñu mun see gis seen boppa mun see jàngee tamit parce que éducation mooy key to success am na ñu bëri ñi nga xamante ne amuñu chance pour jànga waaye ñu ko am nag yal na leen ko yàlla yokkalal ñi nga xam ne amuñu ko tamit yal na leen ko yàlla may kon maa ngi lay wax kontaan naa si yow bu baax a baax.
jërëjëf ñu ne kontaan naa
gannaaw bu ma jógee si yaay ki nga xamante ne mooy oncle Modou ma taxaw ak Aunty Kippy I think you are a former principal. Can you tell us your name and where are you from?
I'm Hannah Kippy Coker, principal of St. Joseph's.
Currently or?
Current, yeah.
Aunty Kippy, how do you see the program?
It's very laudable. It's a laudable initiative of people that have come together to give back. This is the all high school reunion of the 5 main high schools then. St. Joseph, St. Augustine's, Gambia High School, Muslim High School, and Nusrat. And this is a group of people living in the US basically that have come together and working together to raise funds for the alumni or their alma mater rather. Right.
And I hope you're enjoying the program.
Oh, very much, very much. It's a late start, but then that's a Gambian thing. Hopefully, as you can see, people are slowly coming in. So we look forward to a brilliant night. Yes, it's for us especially, it's not often that we go out partying, but we have every excuse. Yes, every standard to dance and enjoy ourselves. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to have this conversation with you. At least the young ones will know who you are and what do you do. So we are very much proud of having this conversation with you, and I hope you enjoy the program. And that's a beautiful dress you're wearing, Ryder.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. xam ngeen ne boo leen gisee place bi ni mel nii décoration bi ñi di naan kana def lii góor la déedéet du góor jigéen la jigéen moo def lii lu nice lii décoration bii nga xamante ne du décoration yi como lii xale du ko def lii mag rek ko mun ma toog suma anti bu baax bi nga xamante ne moom moo jël time am décorer place bi nii ba man ma mun a ñëw toog comfortable lu moom rek moo ko sañ anti Ramu nuyu naa
ay naa la
la ziar bu baax
alhamdulilah maa ngi delloo ziar
moo gisee bés bi tey
bés bi de it's a landmark because the event la boo xam ne it's like giving back to the community. All high schools come together for see how we can raise funds to help our individual schools. So look, this is the first time actually they could have, I think in Atlanta, but this is the first time you could have Gambia. So I'm proud and privileged to be part of this event today.
Ante Ramu yaa décoré place bi nekk.
Waaw maa ko décoré de.
Lii de xam naa du benn loxo wala.
Ak suma xale gis nga suma xale ñi ay xale ndaw lañ suñu xale kër yi la de. You know dama leen extra ñu ñëw dimbale ma. As far as this is pro bono amut fay. So ma ne leen ñu ñëw dimbale ma.
Mashallah.
Ñu ngi ko décoré.
2 days.
2 days démba lañ ko start.
So décoration bi mbaa amuloo si jafe-jafe pour décorer place bi parce que décoration yu mel nii dafa laaj xalaat pour nga come up with styles yoo xamante ne dafa rare waa dafa unique tamit te nit su duggee dina affaire yi dina ko attract yow ndax amuloo si benn problème si loolu.
Déedéet because man dama de okay this is not my field sax I just started doing this decoration man dama am fashion shop. Why lately I'm in Kenya, Nairobi. So liggéeyuma maa ngi toog so I start su ma gisee butéel ma jël ko peinture li fenni so ma ne why not ma start the decorate so I start buying stuff so noonu laa starté it's a hobby so decoration bi daxariwut the only problem is am nga fii ni mu opené ngelaw beeg yooyu but we were able to manage biñ njëkkoon a def dama ñëw si suma si ma fekk ngelaw bi naawal na yëpp you see I'm even losing my voice because 2 days being in the open the whole day waaye jar na ko daal it's giving back waaw even be collage yeah
Ante Ramu waaye sa dress baax na de
nii de
rafet na moom lii moom nice na moom
te bi dress yi ajaratu la nii de waaw
kon de bu nekkee dress yi jeeg moom du baax bu dee ajaratu la moom bu dee kon dress yi jeeg moom du baax waaye xam naa ne bii moom boo paree mën nga koy joxe parce que man maa ngi liw
dañ ko oyofal nii rek xam nga bëgguma woon a ñëw sax dama soona but ma ne foog ma ñëw at least this is the first time du ma mën a ñëw décorer fii ba pare ñëw ma however tired I am I need to be present at least to see you.
Waxtaan naa trop pour am ak yow waxtaan.
Tamit di gërëm suma sister Aïssatou parce que dama ko call wax ko event bi rek mu ne ma dinaa leen jox media bi free so I know nothing is free mu ne dama jox media bi free so Aïssatou Cissé Mandi Mori suma cousin la suma first cousin la maa ngi laa gërëm.
Inshallah kontaan naa si yow.
Xam nga mun ngeen a wax ne lii moom free la doo leen ci sawar ay leen ngi ñëw di def li leen war lii la
kontaan naa si loolu.
Doing what you like doing best I enjoy doing certain stuff like this It's a hobby. I just love doing it. So, and if I love doing what I love doing and making money out of it, it's a plus, huh?
Kon ñu bàyyi la nga enjoy show bi.
Thank you so much. And what's the name?
Ami.
Amiba.
Bu ñuul la nag.
That's fine. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome actually. Te dress maa ko xaar nag.
Mu ngi nii bii moom soo paree rek bi ko xam naa dina la em parce que man it fu mu nekk nii moom.
Waaw bi moom su ma ko solee moom ku ma laaj rek ma ne la ne si anti roxel anti ramu laa ko jëndee. Waaw.
Maa ngi si bool bi nag Tipa Garage. I am Tipa Garage. I'm Hydra Plaza and then Salaji. I'm opposite Sibek High School. So ngeen visit foofu nag. I specialize in kids clothing. Yeah, because dama gis ne xale yi sometimes it's difficult pour nga get yére xale yu baax. So specialize ubbi ay bitiki xale. Léegi ma rax si yére mag waaye mostly yére xale. From baby to teenage. Okay.
Demo say sóoraale.
Do I have to pay for that?
I don't know about that.
Do I have to pay for this one? No problem. I can pay for it.
No, jox ko snack rek, jox ko cake rek baax na soo ko joxee cake rek
baax na jox ko cake bari na fi. Thank you.
Anti Ramo kontaan naa torop.
Ali nene kana kumbo dinni mene. Dinni mere munene kana kumbo. Gansolu nene kana kumbo dinni mere. Dinni mere. Dinni mere munene kana kumbo. Tijani nene kana kumbo dinni mere. Dinni mere. Kumbo, Mikey boy nene kana kumbo dinni mere. Dinni mere. Money nene kana kumbo. Luntangolu nene kana kumbo dinni mere. Dinni mere. Mona nene kana kumbo. Nene kana kumbo dinni mere. Dinni mere. Dinni mere. Mona nene kana kumbo. Fansolu nene kana kumbo dinni mere. Dinni mere. Mona nene kana kumbo. Efo nene kana kumbo dinni mere. Dinni mere. Mona nene kana kumbo. Aiso nene kana kumbo dinni mere. Dinni mere. Mona nene kana kumbo. Mona nene kana kumbo dinni mere. Dinni mere. Mona nene kana kumbo. Diana ba nene kana kumbo dinni mere. Dinni mere. Mona nene kana kumbo. Mona nene kana kumbo. Mona nene kana kumbo. Mona nene kana kumbo. Ala nene kana kumbo. Mona nene kana kumbo. Ala nene kana kumbo. Mona nene kana kumbo. Mona nene kana kumbo. Amide bu nene kana kumbo. Dinni mere. Dinni mere. Mona nene kana kumbo. Pansolu nene kana kumbo dinni mere. Dinni mere. Mona nene kana kumbo. Sibo nene kana kumbo dinni mere. Dinni mere. Dinni mere. Mona nene kana kumbo. Mona nene kana kumbo. Mona nene kana kumbo. Mona nene kana kumbo. Nene kana kumbo. Maki nene kana kumbo. Siba nene kana kumbo. Fansolu nene kana kumbo dindi mere. Dindi mere. Dindi mere muna nene kana kumbo. Muni nene kana kumbo dindi mere. Dindi mere. Muna nene kana kumbo. Merci nene kana kumbo dindi mere. Dindi mere muna nene kana kumbo. Muna nene kana kumbo. Merci nene kana kumbo dindi mere. Dindi mere muna nene kana kumbo dindi mere.
Boyo jibe, mona tijan boyo jibe, mona boyo mi fefe, ta falina mola, ta falina mola, ta falina mola. Tijan boyo jibe, tijan boyo jibe. Ngana boyo mi fefe ta falina mola. Almai boyo jibe. Almai boyo jibe. Ngana boyo mi fefe ta falina mola. Falina mola, falina mola.
To leave, she has a commitment in the morning. So I want to invite Mrs. Amina Fal Sonko, and of course Gina's principal, while she was in high school, Hannah Kipikoka, to present this award on behalf of the All High Schools organization. It is the Sportswoman of the Year Award 2023, and it is in recognition of your record-setting performance at the African and World Athletic Championships and inspiration to girls in the Gambia. A grateful nation celebrates and salutes you, given this 7th day of January 2023 by the All High Schools organization, and our Sportswoman of the Year is no other but Gina Bass.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tijan boyo jibe, ngana boyo mi fefe ta falina mola.
All right, Gina, we'll see you tomorrow for the beat down. So, Mo, we are ready, right? All right, now let's listen to Mod now. Let's launch the much acclaimed book as cleverly and eloquently described by our keynote speaker. My brother, take it away.
First of all, thank you very much. I want to thank Mr. James Monday for that speech that he gave. It was eloquent and appropriate, and thank you very much. James is a friend and a brother, and he accepted to be our keynote speaker with 0 reservations. So thank you very much, Mr. James Monday. I want to thank the All High Schools team for, setting this up and everybody's hard work to get all this set up. And our guests, I want to thank you for coming and gracing this event. I also want to thank my family. My mom is here. I remember she used to say, Mamadou Ndaw defal ndox ci sa boppa bi. So def naa si tuuti ndox ba pare sooti ko si bugi halal. I also want to thank Safi Jan, my co-author, and my niece, Safi. Can you please stand up? When I asked Safi to collaborate with me, just like James, she never hesitated, and there was zero reservations. In fact, she was delighted for the collaboration. The collaboration was very important to me because I think we need to encourage that cross-generational collaboration because it's the best way to pass down knowledge, wisdom, and then learn from the young. Because there's a lot of wisdom and a lot of talent in the young. We need to value and appreciate the young. So Safi was there for me. There were times, if I didn't have Safi, Nikon Mafa Jaipan. So there were times when I'll be at work and I'll get something in an email saying that you have to review this before the end of the day. Guess what I'll do? I'll call Safi. And Safi will go through stuff, and then I'll later go through the stuff as well. So Safi, thank you very much for being there, and thank you very much for accepting and being my partner in crime, okay? So if you read the book and see certain words like twirling, swirling, ye, we, dumande, Safila, you can blame Safi. I also want to thank my publisher, the Fire Group, Fire Network, for the incredible job that they've done in publishing the book and bringing the story to life. It was just a wonderful collaboration with them as well. They guided me through the process, and I was looking for a publisher that would really bring the story alive, and Fire did more than that. I really appreciate the hard work that they did. The project was supposed to take 6 months normally, but we somehow did it in about little over 3 months. So it was a lot of like speed racing, if you want to call it that. The project is one of those tasks that kind of just interrupts you from all other pressing concerns. I basically had to ignore or suppress all the other annoyances of life just to try to focus on this. So it was a grueling 3 months, but it turned out to be a labor of love. So it was very, very gratifying when we were at the tail end of things. Anything about the book itself, I want to introduce the characters. So the characters are here, sitting right there, live, basically. They were painted by a wonderful painter who inspired me when I saw her video on YouTube. Her name is Aminata Yajo. She's right there. Aminata, can you please stand up? So I want to have Aminata introduce the characters to you.
Everyone. So my name is Aminata Alisiajo, and I'm the painter behind these amazing characters. So before I introduce the characters, I'd just like to say a few words. Okay, so most certainly the mischievous mosquitoes of Banjul are indeed mischievous. Recently, I was opportune to be the artist behind the painting of the amazing characters from the famous book of the author, Mr. Mamadou Ndaw, titled The Mischievous Mosquitoes of Banjul. Allow me to present the painting of the mischievous characters of this amazing book by Mr. Ndaw, introducing the characters by actual name. Let's start with Baba. Okay, so this is the amazing Baba, and he introduces himself. Hello, I am Baba, and my nickname is Chicky Boy. I have a bad habit of biting residents on their cheeks. Oh, okay. So that's Baba for you, all right? So our next character is the lovely Nancho. Hello. Meet our lovely Nancho. Hello, I am Nancho, and I am also known as Bumblebee because I have a huge bum. Indeed, she does. I am cheerful and bubbly, and I fly like an angel. But I can be very mean too, so let's be careful of her. She may be innocent, but she is something else. All right, so our next character is Njo. Hello, I am Joe, and I'm a blind mosquito. So they call me the drone. I know the city inside out, and I can carry out any mission. So he may be blind, that is differently abled, but he sure knows how to run errands for sure. So he's competent. So let's introduce our last character, Lamino. Hello, I am Lamino. I am known as the first rural mosquito migrant in the history of Banjul. I can fly very far. In Sukuta, I was called Ju Keseng. Ju Kenseng. God, I'm bad at this. I have a naughty habit of attacking residents while they were in the shower. Damn, that's very mischievous. All right. So with that being said, thank you all very much. I hope you enjoyed the introduction of our characters, which will help you, each and every one of us, to be able to read and understand the amazing book. Thank you, Mr. Momodu.
Thank you, Aminata, for that introduction, wonderful introduction. The reason why I chose Aminata to paint these pictures, these characters, is that Aminata is also disabled. And I was inspired by her video, turned it into a piece, and now here we are with a book. So that is the genesis of this story of the Banjul mosquitoes, because I only had a paragraph and then I went and created the characters and then just created this conflict between the characters and the residents. And that's what led to the mischievous mosquitoes of Banjul that was published by the Fire Network. If they do not have the last two, if they do not have the last one, don't even bother about the first two. I want all of us here to reflect on that. Essentially, integrity is more important than intelligence and energy. So I want to leave you with that, and I want us all to reflect on that. Thank you very much.
So it's very apt for tonight. So we are going into the words, but before I do so, it is my singular honor to recognize a man that has done his part to liberate this country, and he's in the house tonight, the managing editor of the famous Gainako newspaper and Gainako radio, Demba Balde, stand up and be recognized for all you did for this country. It was an honor working with you. Now, we will present the words, and the first word I will ask on the vice president of our organization, the youngest computer scientist in the United States, one of the youngest female PhD holders in the United States, Dr. Yamanjai. To come forward and present this award. It is a posthumous Lifetime Achievement Award awarded to the late Reverend Willie Carr, former principal of Gambia High School. And it is in recognition and appreciation of his valuable contribution towards Gambian education and for his positive impact on many lives. He made men and women of repute that have made their marks in the Gambia, given the 7th day of January 2023.
Let's hear from Mr. Willick.
And I will ask his esteemed colleague, Mr. Suleiman Bunjai, to receive it on behalf of the family of Mr. Willie Carr.
Boyo jibe, mona tijan boyo jibe, mona boyo mi fefe, ta falina mola, ta falina mola.
Yal na yërmande Yàlla may piti Willie Carr ak julit ya de ñu noppaleku ak jàmm. Now the next word, I've made up so many stories about him, but if I give you a clue, you'll know who it is. Yes, I'm Sigarte, you're the Comaritan. You're bad, I'm a summer of somebody beauty brave. I made it up. For all he's done for our country and for the kids, and put his life on the line for his students at the hands of amateurs and a group of Boy Scouts. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor to present a Lifetime Achievement Award to Mr. Usman Sabari. We call him Bosmo, former vice principal of St. Augustine's High School, in recognition and appreciation of his valuable contribution towards Gambian education and sports, and for his impact on many lives. He made men and he made women of integrity. And I asked his very close friend and sister, Mrs. Abinafal Soko, to receive this award, and I call on the president of our organization to present this award to Mr. Usman Sabari.
Boyo jibe, mona tijan boyo jibe, mona boyo mi fefe, ta falina mola.
And the next award is pretty emotional for me. A man that played his part in my life as a young journalist, pushed me, encouraged me, got me accredited to the Association of International Sports Writers when I was 17. Today, I have the honor to read a citation for him, and I ask my sister, Miss Harriet Joyner, to step forward to present this award to a patriot and a true son of this nation. No other but Mr. Suleiman Bunjai, former principal of the Gambia Muslim High School, a man of impeccable disposition and the definition of integrity. In recognition and appreciation of your valuable contribution towards Gambian education and sports, and for your impact on many lives. Like your colleagues, you made men and women of repute that have made their marks in the Gambia, and hopefully, maybe one day, I will be one of those. Given this 7th day of January, 2023.
Boyo jibe, mona tijan boyo jibe, mona boyo mi fefe, ta falina mola, ta falina mola.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much, Tijan Masane Sise. It was very wonderful having St. Augustine's as our rival, and we're always having it tough in and off the field, on the basketball court and in the football field and on the tracks. Tijan, thank you very much for this honor and for this award. Thank you for St. Moose and Gambia High School. So we call it St. Moose and Gambia High. Thank you.
For one moment, I thought Boone was going to talk about the very day we were going to lose a game to Muslim High School at Tennis Lawn. And I went up to Father Gov and said, Father, we can turn the lights off. He said, Cisse, you didn't talk to me. Do your thing. You remember that? And I remember when you beat us on a Friday, and on a Monday I walked into your campus and recruited 7 players out of your team. You remember that too? All right. As a 15-year-old, I was a cop journalist, and I was honored to sit down for a one-on-one with a young Gambian that was returning from the States to take over as health science and physical education teacher, the basketball coach at St. Joseph's High School. By the way, she is the first woman to do the high jump with her back. And she also played center for the Gambia basketball team upon her return. She also discovered one of the best point guards and trainer in Gambian basketball, Elizabeth Nenebaho, Binta Dafe, Marie-Louise Mendy, Okike Andrews. I can go on and on. Well done, faithful servant of God. You did your part. Ladies and gentlemen, this Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Mrs. Amina Pal Sonko. And I want to call on a lady who is an Orafal, and without her work, ladies and gentlemen, we would not have been here tonight. I call on Sepal, and also I want to extend our profound gratitude to her. She is the definition of brilliance and elegance. Sepal, if you could please come forward and present this award to an Orafal Degayaram. Fal to fal, oh my God. Reminds me of my days as a football commentator. Here they go now, a pal on the right sends it to a pal on the left. How about that?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank all the people who were involved in putting together this program. I appreciate you all for even considering me for this award. When I was growing up in Gambia, further education was not a norm. It was a luxury. It is amazing to see how far we have come, but we still have a long way to go. All too often, I find myself having conversations with people and wondering how we continue to improve our country and what we need to give in order to get to the next level or the next chapter for our beautiful country. And you know what? All signs point to education. Education is the denominator, and it is the common denominator that we all have to be aware of in order for us to continue to grow. We have to continue to invest in education. And when I say invest, I don't just mean financially. I also mean we as mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, grandfathers, and grandmothers, we all need to invest. So the next time the conversation comes up on how we can change Gambia and how we can improve the Gambia, my brothers and sisters, I say to you, the answer is simple. Education is the answer. So let's continue to invest in our tomorrow together, and inshallah, with enough determination and effort, the next chapter of Gambia will shine bright right in front of our own eyes. Thank you.
You know, she takes me back to my childhood days, and I'll make you laugh with this one. If you know St. Augustine's High School, opposite the school was where we hanged out. And my childhood friend, Alaji Jeng Bocho. So his dad would tell him, Gune akubi bufi dikete mola fi genne teru, bem dike frek. And I'll be like maybe 300 meters away, and I'll be like, several messages started pouring into State House today. Why, they could come on, they get back. So, Kimo, they get back, man. He made me just wanted to go to the States, huh? I want to marry my house, remember that? Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the night that I give my parting shots. And in so doing, I want to applaud this group of patriots. They call me Uncle TJ, and I don't know why, because I have arthritis maybe. But I tell them, you guys go to Rios, I go to Rios. I'm not no Uncle TJ. But in my public life, and that spans quite a long time, I have never found a group as dedicated as these people, the All High Schools reunion. They love their country, they put country first, they are determined, and they do believe, like Louise Antoinette Jai of blessed memory believed, that education moves a nation. So I ask each and every one of you here tonight, in any way possible, if you can, always stand by the All High Schools Reunion Group. There are many diasporans all over the diaspora. There's not been a group that has come together for the sole purpose of developing Gambian education. And God knows they've done their part. So to you all, on behalf of a grateful people and a grateful nation, I salute you all. And you know I speak from my heart. You guys mean the world to me. And I can always assure you, I'll be there anytime, any day, anywhere. That is the deal. The mischievous mosquitoes of Banjul Yesterday I went to Wet Packet. I had long pants. The mosquitoes went in. I don't know how they did it. So, this is a beautiful, beautiful piece of work that you can share with your kids. Please get your copy before you leave. It is available to my left and maybe to my right, but definitely to my left. Once again, I thank you, and I remind you there is no Nyamuyaha here. We're going to dance. As I always sign up, Jigeni Gambia, Yain Defte Gala, Dangen Yaga am Jom, Telirim Chusuf Sete Luyula, Chulens and Papa. Till I come your way again, good night.
So before you go, I want to thank Tijan. He's been there for us. And most of the food that you ate today was marinated by Tijan.
And he cooked it.
And he cooked most of it as well.
Chicken on wheels.
Chicken on wheels. Yeah. Tijan on wheels as well.
Well, yeah, I'm on wheels now. That's a good one. It's good to see. You see how they do me? And they'll come back when they choke Uncle Tijan. But I love him for the world, man. And if you have your blazer,
bring it
on, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. DJ. Like Sonya used to say, it's down to the comforts of our DJ. Take it away. Huh? Hi, dear. Jump that way.
xam ngeen ne suñu waxee coow li am na lu ko waral ndax lépp loo gis rek Olof Njaay dafa ne lu yëngu lu ne lu ko yëngal ko ëpp doole te ki ma taxawal ni tey bokk na ci ñi nga xamante ne ñooy ndey mbile programme bi tey ñoo waral bés bi daal maanaam ñu nuyu ko moom oncle Lamine la tudd Lamine.
oncle Mo Lamine Dramé.
mu saraxule la sax ndeke man soose laa la fa.
soose la.
waaye Dramé saraxule la.
non am na soose am na olof sax. Dramé am na olof yeah.
lu olof yi de wax sant dëkku fen.
there you go noonu la sax na ngeen def.
jaama rek.
sant yàlla.
alhamdulilah noo gisee programme bi tey.
programme ñu ngi sant yàlla this is the first time ñu am ko Gambia. Usually buñ ko commencé woon couple of years ago. ñu ngi ko commencé America. and then schools yi at that time tuuti woon na. about ñaari school ñoo ko commencé woon. ngeen ti ñetta ba ñeneen ba léegi juróom. bu ñu àggee juróom nag yeneen schools tam bëgg nañoo bokka waaye amuñ structure bi comme ñoom seen alumni yi comme nekkuñ organise suñ pour join nekka benn ñëw join ñu waaye this year alhamdulilah bi ñu ko commencé Gambia ñoom yi wane nañ interest even though ñëwuñ formally pour join ñu waaye ñoom ñëw nañ individually pour mun a teewee mun a delluwaat ak seen gars yi ñoo xam ne bokkuñ wax leen lan la ñoo def si mbiri this organisation is a non-profit but it's for education su ko fee gars ñoom it ñu mun a bokkaa ñu next year so bi suñ first time Gambia.
Masha Allah mën nga ñëw wax comme the little difficulties you guys have in organizing this program this event itself.
yes am nañ difficulties yu bëri because number si nu ko olof yi la waxee mbooloo moo ëpp doole right mbooloo mooy doole right so nga xalaat ay high school si nekkoon Gambia yëpp ba nga ñëw war a àgga nga am 5 only loolu rek obstacle la den nga war a ñëw tamit ñoo xam ne December la December ñu ñëwoon ñu bëri dañ ñibbi like right after the New Year's dem programme si yaa ngi bëri right now soo ko bàyyee xel sax ñu doon ñëw dañ ñëw after midnight right te naan lañ commencé programme bi So those are some of the obstacles. And then ñu ngi need more donations because xaalis yi lu ñu ko lay defee mooy buñ paree dañ ko lay séddoo si diggante school si buñ ko séddooyee each school ñoo ne ñoom ñoo ñu join on dañoo delluwaat seen school si jox leen ko pour any projects yu gaay am maanaam projects yooyu dem nañ from bathroom renovations to jënd books to even sponsor student boo xam ne mënut a afford pour dem school. So definitely, hopefully we have more people join us and more people are aware of it because aware naka nit ñi ko xamul tam moo bëri woon waaw nit ñi ko xam naka bëri wuñ ñi koy yëg tam bëgg a ñëw mënuñoo ñëw because of programmes yu bëri yi. Yeah, so that's one of the challenges daal. Yeah, waaye next year bu soobee yàlla na ba yeah.
kon ñu ngi laa jaajëfal bu baax a baax di la wax ne ñun tam waa Jamono Media kontaan nañ si teewaay event bi tey te di ñaan yàlla tamit ñu fekk ko next year mu nekk mu like turnout bu mu ëppal yi mu dem daal ba nit ñi ñëw di leen wax ne tamit lekk bi parce que yow copsa nga man copsa laa so enjoy naa ko te foog naa am na pasul sax moo yóbbuwaale si moto bi sax pour ndéewee ko ëllëg I don't know yes waa gisuloo te xam naa su ma ko gisoon moom am naa problème so dafa mel ni ñaari pasul laa génne ak yooyu noonu because dama jës ma bos ba pare jëlaale bu gaay yi tamit gis nga so dama caalit anyway I'm happy to have this conversation with you and next year inshallah by God's grace with another turnout bigger than this and we're hoping to celebrate it every year